What's up, it's Jan, back at it again with another nerdy bookish video. This is gonna be episode 10 of Do Your Worst. I was gonna do the whole thing, but I can't find my hype button, so pew, 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 pew. Alright, hi everybody! We are back with the Do Your Worst episodes. This is not being left in 2024. Okay, we're continuing on. We have a few more left in me. I don't know if I'm gonna end it this year, but we'll see. There are at least 3 more this year that I've planned. Well, including this one. Anyway, if you don't know what this is, hi, we've been doing this for 10 episodes now. I'll have the playlist down below for all the Do Your Worst series episodes. I started this over a year ago now when I had this idea to start reading my friends' worst books in hopes to find a new favorite. This experiment has worked a handful of times in terms of finding a 5-star and stuff, but I'll let y'all watch those videos to see who gave me the best worst books, if you will. But this episode features one of my patrons, my long-term patrons, subscribers, friends, Alexis from Alexis Fully Booked. She just started her channel last year. She's doing great. Go follow her, go subscribe. She's gorgeous. Her vlogs are incredible. Her editing is great. She reads a lot of the same books as me, but a lot of the times our reading tastes do not align. So we'll see if I can find a new favorite based on her worst books. So in these vlogs, I also try to do things that represent the Friends brand. So with Alexis, I associate her with ravens, Edgar Allan Poe. She literally has a dog named Poe, and that's why I have a little raven on the coffin letterboard. She also loves horror movies, so I'm wearing this horror movie Errands shirt. She also loves Taylor Swift, so I was like, wow, this is perfect. So in this vlog, we're gonna watch a horror movie. A lot of times in her vlog, she also goes to Discount Tuesdays, which Joey and I love going to, so this is perfect. And we haven't been to the movies. What was the last movie we saw? Was it Companion? Maybe we saw one more, I can't remember. Obviously, we love horror around here too, so I think we're gonna watch The Monkey tomorrow night. She also told me she loves board games, so we're gonna play Scrabble because we've been on a Scrabble kick. I also booked my hair appointment on Wednesday. I really wish I could have booked a tattoo appointment, but my tattoo artist that I go to is all the way in Indiana from when I live there, so I drive over there because it's worth it. And I just do not have the time nor the funds right now, but I say that because she gets a lot of tattoos, so I wanted to do that, but I can't at the moment. Also in these intros, I have a little sticky note where I have all my evidence about their qualifications. So this is just based on me stalking her Goodreads, essentially. We have disagreed on Stolen Tongues by Felix Blackwell, Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher, Last House on Needless Street by Katrina Ward, Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney, We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faisal, The Bennett Women, I forgot the author's name. Those are all books that I loved and she hated, whether it was 1 star or a DNF or maybe even 2 stars. And then a couple books that she loved and I hated are Suffer the Children and The Night Circus. We also disagree on extreme horror. She hasn't found her niche in extreme horror yet, but I give a decent amount of extreme horrors 4 and 5 stars, and she's given a couple of ones that I've read 1 star that I've rated higher. But we have agreed on Feybound, The Poppy War, Vicious, Ninth House, Looking for Alaska, Addie LaRue, Dracula, Bunny, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, The Hate You Give. We've also both DNF'd Love and Other Disasters. Sorry I didn't say authors for any of those, but those are fairly popular books. We have a mix of things. She also really liked A Sorceress Comes to Call, and I gave that like a mediocre 3. She usually is on top of reading my Full Moon Book Club picks as well, so it's always fun to see if we agree or disagree on my picks. Now we can move on to the potential TBR. I don't know what order I'm going to read this in yet, but I actually have a current read that I could finish. I'm only 68 pages into Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. Alexis DNF'd this one. I definitely want to read The Troop by Nick Cutter because it's on my 2025 TBR, and she gave this 1 star. Call Me By Your Name by Andre Asimon. Sorry if I butchered that. She, I think, gave this 1 star. I am nervous because I was looking into it more. I know this is like Like, everyone knows about this book. Everyone knows about the movie. Timothée Chalamet Ding Dong. I never know how to say his name. I don't like him. And Armie Hammer star in the movie. But I wasn't really sure what the whole premise was. It's a 17-year-old and a 24-year-old. And it is a male-male romance between those two. And I totally forgot that in some states, in some places, 17 is legal. So that's why people can look past it. But to me, I don't know. We'll see. But on the other hand, I looked at out of context quotes and a lot of them were so good and like highlightable, you know? I have no idea where I'm gonna stand with this one, but I feel like just from the quotes alone, I'm gonna rate it higher than Alexis's 1 star. But I talked to her today and she said it just gave her the ick and she couldn't look past it. So we'll see if the writing can overcome that ick. This was kind of a last minute decision just because I saw it while browsing the shelves at work today. I got Mother Thing from the library by Ainsley Hogarth. A lot of people have been recommending this to me because it is that like weird, unhinged female character horror type of book, but I have been nervous about it because I'm assuming motherhood is a huge theme in it, so I felt like the library was a good move. So I'll let you know what I start with. Hope you enjoy this vlog. Sorry for the long intro. And thank you to Alexis for collabing with me. She will have a video up as well reading my worst books. So it'll be a fun time. I'll link that down below once it's up. If I don't remember to link it down below or if the timing is weird, I don't know, whatever. Her channel will be linked regardless. She also has a new book club that she started this year called the Cozy Classics, Classic Corner, Classics. What's it called? It's a classics book club and it's quarterly. She has a Discord. Go check her out, okay? I'm out of breath. I'm thirsty. I'll talk to you once I start reading for this vlog. Also, just a little disclaimer, I am filming a couple other vlogs simultaneously, so please bear with me if I'm absent from this vlog for a couple days or whatever. Okay, bye. Hello, happy Tuesday. Tuesday evenings, I'm always in a good mood usually because it's Wednesday tomorrow. I have the day off. I'm getting my hair done. It's gonna be great. Tonight we're going to the movies, but that's not till 7:45, so I have to eat a quick dinner. Speaking of dinner, before I give my first reading update, I started asking my, I guess, guests for these videos to give me like a list of interests. I usually have things in mind to do for like their brand, and then I ask them to tell me like what they like to eat, what they're interested in, what they do in their free time, etc, etc. And I had a good grasp on what I wanted to do for Alexis's video, and she told me she's vegetarian, and she's like, maybe you could do like a meatless day. And I was like, Joey will not. Will not. But today is gonna be that day because today I only had hash browns. For lunch I had ramen. I'm about to have salad, like a Caesar salad, and then we're gonna have popcorn at the movie theater. So hell yeah to another activity thing for this vlog. Reading update wise, Call Me By Your Name. I think I mentioned yesterday that I was kind of nervous about this because of the age gap, and I have no problem with age gaps. It's when it's like borderline illegal. There's a line there, you know? Elio is 17, Oliver is 24. So that's like borderline there, right? Especially at that age, like that's kind of weird because like you live a whole life between 17 and 24. So I was kind of nervous, but the writing is so good, y'all. I read 70 pages today. I've tabbed so much. It says obsession in the synopsis, but I don't think I realized just how unhinged Elio's obsession with Oliver is. It's to the point where he literally wants to crawl inside his skin. It's not like weird horror lit fic type of vibes, but it's like the obsession is almost at that level. He doesn't really act on a lot of things. It's just all in his like intrusive thoughts. So I kind of love that. I love when characters are just so open, like no filter type of characters, and that's who he is, but no filter internally. There are just so many moments where he's just so desperate. Like it's sad actually how much he wants to be wanted by this guy, how much he doesn't understand about himself, how he's feeling. He doesn't know how to articulate his thoughts properly yet. He doesn't know how to articulate how he's feeling because he's still figuring things out. Like he talks about desire a lot, then he feels jealous at some points, but he doesn't know how to properly convey that or like how to cope with his emotions at the time, so he just says all these things in his head. Oh, okay. See, this is why I dog-eared this page. So right from the start, the first word of the whole book is later, exclamation point, in quotes. The word, the voice, the attitude. And then it talks about how he's never heard anyone say later as a goodbye before. And so I wrote in the margins, right off the bat, we get a glimpse glimpse of this guy's personality just by how he says goodbye. It implies he's confident with himself enough to be less formal and more casual regardless of who he's interacting with. And I feel so smart for that because it comes back around to that again 33 pages in. He says later again to Elio's mom, it says a lot about what kind of person Oliver is, because just from that one word, how he's so like dismissive and just like whatever about his goodbyes, that just says a lot about how, yeah, like confident with himself he is. And it does talk about how Elio feels intimidated by Oliver being so okay with himself and so okay with everything that's going on, and he just kind of goes with the flow. Whereas Elio like overthinks everything, really just like analyzes everything going on, like he's so observant with Oliver's actions and mannerisms. But it says, there was always something abrupt about that word. It wasn't see you later or take care now or even ciao. Later was a chilling slam dunk salutation that shoved aside all our honeyed European niceties. Later always left a sharp aftertaste to what until then may have been a warm heart-to-heart moment. Later didn't close things neatly or allow them to trail off. It slammed them shut. But later was also a way of avoiding saying goodbye, of making light of all goodbyes. You said later not to mean farewell, but to say you'd be back in no time. It was the equivalent of his saying just a sec when my mother once asked him to pass the bread, and he was busy pulling apart the fish bones on his plate. It's almost like foreshadowing maybe of how Oliver is gonna break his heart in a bunch of ways, where he's just, again, dismissive or just like abrupt with his goodbyes. He doesn't say a proper goodbye, just does what he wants when he wants, impulsively, doesn't ask for permission, doesn't make sure it's okay for him to leave and go his own way, and he doesn't care who he leaves behind. And the fact that my brain just told my mouth to say all of that out loud because of the power of this book. I'm shook. I'm gonna go eat my salad now and continue this meatless evening. But yeah, wow, good job, Jan. I'm impressed by your articulation, and yes, I'm wearing Christmas socks today. Don't mind me. This is my hair. It's a little bit more red than before, but she said she used the same color. Whatever. That's all I got done though. I didn't get a haircut or anything. Anyway, I just left the coffee shop because my laptop died and I just want to be cozy in bed reading. Call Me By Your Name got a little bit boring, or maybe I'm just sleepy. It is rainy and gloomy, so I just want to be cozy. I did love that the coffee shop was basically empty when I got there, and I was the only one in there for a few minutes until these two older men talking loudly came in, so I left. Plus they close in like 45 minutes. But yeah, I'm gonna head home, charge my laptop, hopefully finish Call Me By Your Name today. That would be grand. It's probably gonna be like a 4-star. I get what the author is trying to do. I get the whole message of everything, like being an adolescent and being in this like obsessive, full of desire phase. And the writing is really good. I just don't think I'm gonna have too much else to say about it other than reading quotes right off the page, because there was one about books. I read it last night. It was like, I'm not wise, I know nothing. I know books and how to string words together, but that doesn't mean I know how to talk about things that matter most to me. I'm pretty sure that's like 99% verbatim, but I really like that quote. And they do mention a bunch of different books a lot. So like they went book shopping together, Elio and Oliver. Oliver just says some questionably annoying things. Like, he told him to grow up at one point in a little note. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. That triggers me. But it's almost an addictive book to read. Not only holding the paperback, because that edition is just that, you know, makes you feel smarter type of edition. It's that paperback that has the grayscale photo and the pop of color. I don't know, the fact that it doesn't have chapters doesn't even bother me. And there are like walls of text sometimes, and it doesn't bother me because I go into these types of coming of age or messy lit fic books knowing the formatting's gonna be not traditional in one way or another, so I don't mind that. I don't know, it just feels good to read in like sometimes an icky way. Let's go home and enjoy the rain from the comfort of my bed. Hello, happy Thursday. I'm currently working from home because my manager is awesome and knows there's a lot of snow outside and that I have a long commute. I just wanted to update because I did finish Call Me By Your Name. Barely got any sleep. I woke up at like 3 a.m. and read a little bit more. I did use the audiobook for, I don't know, 20 pages, maybe a little more than that. Armie Hammer is the one who narrates it, and I don't really like his voice, to be honest. He speaks Italian really well. I think that really helped with the immersive experience, but I stopped listening to the audiobook after a little bit once I got back into paying attention. So I don't know if I'd really count that as immersive reading because I'm starting to keep track of like which format I use. I think I'm gonna count this as physical because I did read over 200 pages of it physically. Anyway, doesn't matter. I finished my first book of this vlog. I'm taking forever. This is gonna spill into next week, which means I'm gonna have this vlog on top of all the other ones still. Oh, I have my little sticky note. I wrote my evidence for this vlog twice, apparently. Ooh, I could read Punk 57, because that's 2 stars for Alexis. Ghosts by not Dolly Parton, Dolly Alderton. Yoke, I don't own Yoke, though. I forgot Punk 57 was on her list of 2 stars. But no, because Immortal Longings is a current read. So I think I'm gonna try to finish Immortal Longings next and then start The Troop. I don't think I'm gonna get to Mother Thing at this point because I read this so slowly. I'm gonna blame the lack of chapters and the walls of text. All that to say, I gave this 3 stars. I loved the first half way more than the second half, part 1 and 2, and then part 3 and 4 were just kind of boring. It should have ended a little after part 2, I think. I mean, part 4 was cool because they reunited years later and talked about their lives now, kind of like where are they now situation. But other than that, I mean, I guess it was a good ending to it, and Elio learned how to communicate better and talk about his feelings more. He's a lot more honest out loud at the end versus the rest of the book where a lot of his thoughts and emotions he kept to himself. So I guess there's character growth there. I don't know how I feel. I mean, I do know it's a mediocre 3. Like I said, the first half had a lot of quotes that resonated with me, and it really went into the obsession and desire part of the themes of the book. So I guess that's more up my alley. But in part 3, they were just like in Italy and just speaking a lot of Italian. Was part 3 the whole Marzia thing? Marza? Forgot how Armie Hammer said it in the audiobook. There was a lot of that back and forth with that girl too and Elio. It was good for what it is. Definitely not 5 stars, but I did like it more than Alexis, who gave it 1 star, as a little reminder. So, there's another book off of my physical TBR. Just don't know if I'm in the mood for The Troop at the moment. Like, I'm not in the mood for horror. I think Immortal Longings would be the way to go. I can't DNF that book. I mean, I could, but I can't because I do own the sequel because I ended up going to the Chloe Gong author event and the book just came with the ticket. And I was liking Immortal Longings when I started it. I'm just nervous I won't remember anything. I'm only like 60 something pages in, but there was a lot of info dumping, I feel like, with like the body jumping and the games, the competition, characters. I don't know what I'm in the mood for. I think I'm still gonna keep Mother Thing. Clearly, I don't have a game plan. Probably start The Troop anyway, just to feel it out. The font is so small in that book and I'm scared. I have read a Nick Cutter before. I read The Handyman Method, which was a co-authored thing with, I forgot who the second one was. Andrew, I don't know. I also read The Saturday Night Ghost Club, which he wrote under Craig Davidson. So, I mean, I'm familiar with his writing style a little bit. I don't don't know. I'm nervous. I will let you know when I start reading something else. Correction. Alexis gave Call Me By Your Name 2 stars. Okay, now, I am almost 100 pages into Immortal Longings. I read back a little bit to try to jog my memory, but I realized I don't really care. I don't want to DNF this fully, but I think I'd have to like start it all over, and I don't really care enough to do that right now, so I'm currently on Alexis's Goodreads again, trying to decide if there's anything else I could pick up that's like, kind of short or quick and that's on my physical TBR, and I'm not seeing much. I don't really want to read Punk 57. All Systems Red, The Murderbot Diaries. I was looking into that novella series, but it wasn't available. Who's calling me? Requested items are ready for you. Scorpion and the Night Blossom is ready for me. Why did it say someone called me? Oh, scam. Yeah, so let's see. All Systems Red. Because I've been wanting to try that to possibly be into the sci-fi thing, but they're not available. Other things she gave 2 stars. The Wife Between Us, The City We Became. I gave that 3 stars. Wilder Girls. I own. Oh, damn, Normal People. I forgot to mention that. She gave that 2 stars. Obviously, that's one of my favorites of all time. She also gave Nana 2 stars. Stop. The Beautiful, she gave 2 stars. Crying in H Mart, she gave 2 stars. I gave 3 stars. I thought I gave that a 4 at least. The Hunting Wives I would love to read Ghosts by Dolly Alderton, but it's another lit fic, and I kind of want to read a different genre. All of these are so long, like Reprieve is long. I'm having a hard time, so I'm gonna have to let y'all know. Okay, I know I said I want different genres, but horror is always the exception, okay? So I'm gonna do The Troop, and then I actually started this short story collection that I've never heard of, so I figured that would be interesting to try. Whoa! I caught y'all by the mic. I thought it'd be interesting to pick one that I've never heard of. It's called Anoka by Shane Hawk, and I'm gonna end up reading it on my phone. It's short. I've been trying to pick up more indigenous author books, so this is perfect, and that looks creepy as fuck. Alexis gave it 2 stars. I'm trying to pick up indigenous stories that are written by less known authors, like not Stephen Graham Jones. He seems like a great guy. I like his Instagram photos, but his books have not been for me in the past, at least the ones I've read so far. So we're gonna try Anoka. The first couple stories are okay so far, so we're gonna try that. This one I'm gonna fully do digitally, and then The Troop I'm gonna try physically as much as possible because I'm pretty sure the audiobook is narrated by a man, and I don't tend to pay attention as much. Corey Brill. Let me just listen to the first.
Simon & Schuster Audio presents The Troop by Nick Cutter, read by Corey Brill.
Why do we need this whole music intro?
For my brother, Graham, adults are obsolete children. Dr. Seuss, this head is for the beast. It's a gift. William Golding, Lord of the Flies. Part 1. The Hungry Man. Headline from the Weird News Network. Online edition, October 19th.
Okay, he's not as mumbly as other ones I've heard, so maybe I'll alternate or do immersive reading for The Troop, depending how fast my eyeballs work. So yeah, that's the plan for now. Yeah, that sounds like a doable game plan. Because yeah, Immortal Longings, I'm just not... I could be in the mood for fantasy, but I think I need to start fresh with something. Plus, I'm reading another fantasy for my other vlog, so I don't want to mix them up. Plus, this is like kind of a complicated world. So we're gonna put Immortal Longings to the side again. So basically half the books in the thumbnail are not gonna be in this vlog, sorry. Alrighty, we have clocked out. I've started The Troop. I'm on chapter 4. We start out right off the bat with meeting the Hungry Man, and Joey has told me all about the Hungry Man. In the audiobook, yeah, when you read this book.
I don't even remember who that is. It's been so long.
It's the skinny guy who eats everything. It's like the main premise.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and in the audiobook it says the Hungary Man, like the country.
Hungary?
It says it in the title. So I was like, wait, that sounds not right. So then I looked at the book and I was like, yeah, maybe I'll read it physically for now. It's reading decently fast. I don't think I need the audiobook until I lose all my focus, you know? We have to run, by we I mean I, but I'm dragging Joey with me. We're gonna run a bunch of errands, do a bunch of adulting. I have to pick up my meds. I have to go to the post office. I have to print out the shipping labels pre-post office to send out like $64 worth of Pango books. I got a text message. My order has shipped. It's my other medication. Okay, it's not a book or anything. We have to buy some stuff. We have to get dinner. We have to get some ice cream. Yeah, go team, break. literally in tears because this just happened to be at my door. Are you actually fucking kidding? What did I do to deserve this treatment? This is not an ARC. This is a finished fucking copy. Look at that gold foiling. Hold on. Can I? Tripod? Thank you. Look at the end pages. Look at this. This is book will make you happy. This is Gifted and Talented by Olivia Blake. No, I can't. I didn't even ask for this. Tor. Thank you. April TBR hates to see her coming. Woo! My first car wash in like a year. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's hope we don't die. Anyone else cry over every other episode of Modern Family? 'Cause same. That explains my makeup situation. I wanted to give an update on the troupe because we passed the 50-page mark. We're still raw dogging it with our eyeballs. I'm like nervous to hear what these characters sound like other than my own voice in my head. You know how there's some books that are just like that where you kind of just don't really want to hear another voice? That's how I feel right now. I wouldn't say it's reading quickly, but it's not dragging either. It's just there are a lot of words on the page because the font is small, but it looks longer than it is. That's what she said. It's only 355 pages. I don't know why I thought it was like over 400 pages. We're just getting to know the teenage boys on this trip. We're getting to know the scout master or whatever, Tim, and we have interacted with the hungry man. They've crossed paths. He's entered their campsite. There have been some gross descriptions so far. There have been some dated language. It's one of those where you can kind of tell that it's written by a dude. There's like no other way to explain that. I don't know how to articulate that in words other than that, but it's not awful. The handyman method was awful, but I think this will be the last Nick Cutter book I read. I'm not saying I'm gonna hate this. I feel like this might be a 4-star. Could be. But yeah, I'm ready for all the gross parts. I'm even ready for the turtle scene. Not ready like I'm looking forward to it. Ready as in I'm mentally prepared for it because I've heard about it so many times that there's this brutal animal thing with a turtle. No idea when it's gonna occur, but I know it's in here somewhere. The orange kind of matches my hair. That's wild. Yeah, so wild, Jan. Woo. I'm gonna try to hit page 100. That'd be cool. But just wanted to give that first little update. The mixed media is pretty cool with the articles and stuff. I can't wait till all of it comes together and we start connecting some dots. Because I think this is marketed as a horror thriller. So I think there are those like, thriller puzzle piece aspects in there. I think I got like... What did I get in my hair? Why is it all like... Did I get like barbecue sauce in my hair or something? That's so gross. It's literally crusty. Wow, that's cute. Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to mention that I did get all my errands done. There was a lot of lines to stand in, a lot of driving around town, but I thought I was gonna be a lot dumber about it, as in not in an efficient manner. You know when you have a bunch of errands and you want to like map it out so things are on the way as opposed to having to turn around and circle back and whatever. No, I think I did pretty well. I even got a car wash. That's wild. That was efficient and productive, and it's been a nice evening as well, just chilling and reading. And now it's 10 o'clock. So I'll probably update again tomorrow at some point when I hopefully make a decent chunk into the troop. Okay, we're doing the last activity of the vlog, and I'm gonna win.
Want Angry Deathcore Saturday afternoon?
Sure.
Give me love, give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you. No one else makes me feel this way, don't know what you do. Hold my hand, could you hold my hand, look me in the eyes. You and me, yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be alright. I'll be right here, I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer, I wanna stay here
I took my necessary nap before socializing. Here's the fit with my favorite going out pants. I don't use them often, as you can tell. But yes, I really like how this color looks curled. We're going to an Italian restaurant in the city. Hate that, but whatever. And then possibly a speakeasy, depending on time and energy. I have not read for this vlog because I'm reading for another vlog, but just thought I'd share. Oh, also, Joey won.
What happened?
You won.
The Scrabble?
Yep.
Not only did I win, but I kicked her ass.
No.
Although she did make the word
Cajoled.
Cajoled. I have never heard of that word.
I did the word cajole and dissent.
Yeah.
The only reason I lost, not the only reason, but a big reason why I lost is because I ended up with a damn Q and no U available. But he won by like 60 points, whatever.
She goes, I need to recalculate. I'm like, there's like a 65 point difference here. I don't think.
I'm ending because I have control over the camera back.
Promise each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. Be who you are and you'll be enough. If you're giving me your love, giving me your love. All that we have is each other now. Promise you won't leave my side. I hope who I am is enough for you. If I'm giving you my love, giving you my love, love. Tell me what you wanna do. I'll do anything. As long as I can be here with you, everything's alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer. I wanna stay here with you.
Hello, this is the last clip of the vlog. I finished 2 books. I finished 3 books today actually, but one's for another vlog. I finished both Anoka and The Troop just now, 5 seconds ago. First, Anoka. You know, now that I think about it, I should have given it like a low 3, but I gave it a 2. First of all, I didn't realize that Anoka, we were literally looking at going to Anoka like last year, Joey and I. It's like the Halloween town in Minnesota. Ooh, my eye's twitching. Ugh. As you saw, I've been coloring because as I was coloring, I realized this is perfect because Alexis, in her list of things she likes to do in her free time, she put coloring. So that was unintentional. But yeah, I gave it 2 stars because it needed to be more fleshed out. I liked the horror elements of it. Like sometimes you need that surface level horror. I mean, obviously it has the undertones of the real life horrors that Indigenous people face every day and have faced throughout history. But if you're looking at the stories themselves, they just had like, you know, spider horror and body horror, like gore. There were these scenes with rats in one of them. There were a couple stories that really made me viscerally react, but overall, none of the stories felt complete enough for me to be like, ah, that's a 5-star story, you know? So as a whole, I'm gonna give it a 2. Plus I was looking at reviews to see if I was just like crazy. I probably still am, but a lot of the reviews were either they absolutely loved it or yeah, it was like a 2-star or even a 1-star. I think Alexis gave it a 1-star. I don't think she wrote a review, so I'm not sure what her specific thoughts are, but I guess that's also a success. I guess we could do a fun fact about spiders. I feel like I've done that already. That was the last story, I think. I think it had spider stuff in it. Spiders are generally nearsightedness, relying on their webs and other senses to hunt. Spiders often recycle their silk by eating or dissolving their old webs, and they can rebuild them quickly. I didn't know they ate their old webs. Wait, they predate dinosaurs? Okay, that's crazy. 43,000 known species of spiders. That's terrifying. Some spider species mimic ants to avoid predators or gain access to ant nests. That's fucking cool. Okay, that's too many spider facts because I need to save some. Okay, moving on to The Troop. Joey read this when we first started dating, before we got into like extreme horror and stuff. He was like, you should have read this when I read this. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. I feel like this was very Lord of the Flies, which I hated. I hated Lord of the Flies. Law of the Skies, that translated one, the novella, it's like Winnie the Pooh meets Blair Witch Project is how it was pitched as. I like that one better than Lord of the Flies. It was a retelling. or reimagining or whatever. This felt like Lord of the Flies, but make it teenagers with like a splash of sci-fi, a lot of worms. I'm not saying it's post-apocalyptic, but it felt like it. The vibes of it, and there was not a single female character, and I think that was just like too much testosterone for me. It's so rare for me to pick up books written by a man without any women. I don't know what it would have done, but it would have done something. Teenage boys are so boring to read from. Can you agree?
Men are boring to read.
Teenage boys specifically. Men can be interesting.
Yeah,
Teenage boys are just like annoying to read
Yeah.
from. Like men at least can have fucking adult conversations and like
teenage boys just like, shut the fuck up, no, you shut the fuck up.
Yeah. You farted. Granted, it did get unhinged and it did get really gross at times, and the animal abuse scenes really got me. I was driving and I was like, the turtle scene? Fuck that turtle scene. Fuck. Why? I get it, but like we didn't need 7 animal abuse scenes. I think we had at least 4. Like, no exaggeration, I think there were at least 4.
Killed.
There was a deer, which fine, you're hunting for food. Okay, cool, whatever. Right? They were just hunting the deer? Or did they abuse that too? I can't remember, but they abused a rabbit for sure. Abused a turtle for fucking sure. A kitten? Also sure. Yeah, that was just unnecessary. Like, fine, make them look unhinged, and you know the whole like stereotype with psychopaths, serial killers, whatever, abusing animals as kids, fine, do it once. But that many times, unnecessary. There was enough like fucked up shit with the worm stuff. And like also with the worm stuff. Never mind, it was in the synopsis. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, why was the reveal so early in the beginning? Because then the rest of it was just trying to survive this thing. I don't know what I was expecting from this. I think I was expecting more, I guess, supernatural.
That one's more
Culty. Which could arguably be sci-fi too. Joey told me about this and said like, oh, this group of Boy Scouts in the wilderness, and then there's this hungry man who's like all gross and like there's all this body horror. And then I thought it was gonna go supernatural from that. Instead it went like sci-fi apocalyptic-ish. But it wasn't like the end of the world. It was like there's this infection, and I don't like reading about that. So 2 stars, which is still better than Alexis's. Technically, this was a success because I rated all of the books 1 star more than Alexis. But yeah, no, it doesn't feel like a success whatsoever because they were all 2 stars and Call Me By Your Name was 3 stars. Well, this was depressing. It was fun doing things that Alexis likes to do. Again, I wish I got a tattoo, but alas, life is life. Anyway, if you made it to the end of this video, let's put a worm emoji in the comments down below to represent the wormies in the troop. Thank you so much, Alexis. Go check out her channel. She's gonna have a vlog up as well. I think she's been done with her vlog and she's just waiting on me, so we'll see when I get this up. But yeah, check her out. Go subscribe. She's cool, she's fun, she's funky fresh. Thank you so much for watching once again. Don't forget to do some self-care. Hope you have a 5-star day and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!